So I recently came across these cheesy filled potato pancakes and, well, what can I say? They look pretty damn good. So I tried it out and it's really straightforward. Let me show you how it's done. Now get yourself a potato, not the waxy kind, just the standard one. Peel off the skin, then chop them into chunks. Doesn't have to be perfect. I like to cut it into thinner chunks like this so it can cook faster. Also, if you have any leftovers from last night, some mash, some roasted potatoes, you can use that directly instead. It'll work. Into a pot it goes. Throw in some water to just cover the potatoes. And all that's left to do is bring this to a boil and let it cook until you can pierce it easily with the fork. And once that's done, just transfer the potatoes into another mixing bowl. And now it's time to season them. Of course, I like to start off with a hefty amount of salt. And by all means, use whatever seasoning you like. Can't really go wrong with this one. I'm also gonna throw in some 6-gun grill. It's kind of like a Cajun seasoning. Then we'll be following it up with a 1/4 cup of flour and a tablespoon of vegetable oil. Now mix up everything while mashing the potatoes. Now let the potatoes cool off a little bit and then you can go in with your hands and then gently knead it for a bit. We want it to be malleable, kind of like dough. And now we're just gonna split that in half and then with your fingers, make a little, almost like nest in the middle, or a little crater. And that's where we'll be adding in our mozzarella. And just push the potato onto itself like that. Make sure everything's covered. And that's how you shape it. Now transfer them into an air fryer. You can also cook it in a pan, but air frying is a lot easier. And here it is after it's done. So I cooked these at 200 degrees Celsius, 450 Fahrenheit for around 12 minutes. I'm just gonna let these cool off for a bit before we dig in. And without further ado, let's get into it. Whoa, that's some cheesy goodness right there. Gonna break it into another smaller piece. Whoa. That is satisfying. It's just another way to eat potatoes and cheese, but with a different cooking method. Gives it another flavor, and another texture, another eating experience. All right. Definitely something I would make as like a midnight snack. Or maybe when you're bored and you have friends over. This will be perfect.